They go down.
upon you in this manner, and hope you will not find my company objectionable. In any case, I trust I shall not be among the law. The Inquisition!
Noise, trouble, fights. Kill each other if you must, but for God's sakes, do it quietly. Who are you, eh? Speak up.
Cervantes. Don Miguel de Cervantes.
A gentleman?
Has never saved me from going to bed hungry.
And that?
My servant. May I have the honor?
They call me the governor. What's your game?
My game?
Your specialty, man. Cupbearers, highwaymen.
Nothing so interesting. I am a poet.
They're putting Ben in prison for that?
No, not for that.
Too bad.
Well, let's get on with the trial.
Excuse me. What trial?
Yours, of course.
What have I done?
We'll find something.
You don't seem to understand. I'll only be here.
Right here, sir. No one enters or leaves his prison without being tried by his fellow prisoners.
And if I'm found guilty?
Oh, you will be.
What sort of sentence?
We usually find a prisoner of all his possessions.
All of them?
It's not practical to take more.
One moment. These things are my livelihood.
I thought you said you were a poet.
Of the theater. Costumes, improprieties. You see, actually, I am a playwright and an actor. So, of course, these poor things cannot possibly be of any use to Master.
Ha!
No, please. Not that, please.
Heavy? Valuable?
Only to me.
We may let you ransom it.
I have no money.
How unfortunate. Paper?
Manuscript.
Still worthless.
Wait! You spoke of a trial. By your own word, I must be given a trial.
Oh, very well. Let's get on with your trial.
Yeah.
Now, why are you here?
I am to appear before the Inquisition.
Heresy?
Not exactly. You see, I was employed by the government as a tax collector.
Poet? Actor? Tax collector?
A temporary thing to keep us from starvation.
How does a tax collector get mixed up with the Inquisition?
I made an assessment against the monastery of La Merced. When they refused to pay, I issued a lien on the property.
You did? What?
He foreclosed on the church.
But why are you here?
Somebody had to tack notice on the church door.
These two have empty rooms in their heads!
The law says treat everyone equally. We only obeyed the law.
Governor, I should like to prosecute this case.
Why?
Let us say this is like stupidity, especially when it masquerades as virtue. Miguel de Cervantes, I charge you with being an idealist, a bad poet, and an honest man. How clean you?
Guilty.
Bravo!
Your Excellencies! What about my defense?
But you just pleaded guilty.
Since I've admitted guilt, isn't the court required to hear me out?
For what purpose?
The jury may choose to be lenient.
He's trying to gain time.
Do you have a scarcity of that?
Any urgent appointments?
It is true, I am guilty of these charges. An idealist? Well, I've never had the courage to believe in nothing. A bad poet? That comes a bit more painfully.
Oh, let's get off your defense!
Your Excellency, if you've no objection, I should like to present it in the manner I know best. In the form of a charade.
A charade?
An entertainment, if you will.
Entertainment?
At worst, it may beguile your time. And if any of you should care to enter in,
Governor, I should like to protest.
No! Let's hear him out.
then may I set the stage. I shall impersonate a man. Well, enter into my imagination and see his name, Alonso Pihan, a country squire, no longer young. studies these books from morn till night, and oftentimes through the night and morn again. And all he reads oppresses him, fills him with indignation at man's murderous ways toward man. He broods and broods and broods, and finally, from so much brooding, his brains dry up. He lays down the melancholy burden of sanity and conceives the strangest project ever imagined, to become a knight-errant and sally forth into the world to right all wrongs. No longer shall he be plain Alonso Quixote, but a dauntless knight, known as Don Quixote de la Mancha. Hear me now, thou bleak and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. And the knight with his banners all bravely unfurled now hurls down his gauntlet to thee. I am my Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, my destiny calls and I go. And the wild winds of fortune shall carry me onward, oh, whithersoever they blow. Whithersoever they blow. Onward to glory I go. I'm Sancho, yes, I'm Sancho. I'll follow my master till the end. I'll tell the world proudly
That's how it's supposed to be.
I'm his friend. Hear me, heathens and wizards and serpents of sin, all your dastardly doings are holy endeavor is now to begin, and virtue shall triumph at last. I am my Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, my destiny calls as I go. And the wild winds of fortune shall carry me onward, oh, whithersoever they blow. Whithersoever they blow. Onward to glory I go. Well, Sancho, how dost thou like adventure?
Oh, marvelous, your grace. But it's peculiar. To me, this great highway to glory looks a lot like the Hotel Tabasa, where you can buy chickens cheap.
Ah, like beauty, my friend. 'Tis all in the eye of the beholder. Just wait and thou shalt see amazing sights.
What kind?
Why, knights, nations, warlocks and wizards, a cavalcade of vast unending armies.
They sound dangerous.
They are dangerous, but one there'll be who leads them, and he will be most dangerous of all.
Well, who is he? Who?
The great enchanter. Beware him, Sancho, for his thoughts are cold and his spirit is shriveled. He has eyes like little machines, and where he walks the earth is blighted. But one day we shall meet face to face, and on that day,
Your grace, I too upset. As I always say, have patience and shuffle the cards.
Proverb after proverb after proverb after proverb. Do you never cease?
No, Your Grace, I was born with a belly full of them.
Aha!
What is it?
There!
Where?
There! Below! A giant!
Giant.
Is that dark and dreaded ogre by the name of Metagogger. You can tell him by the four great arms are whirling on his back.
It's a windmill.
Oh, feckless giant standing there! A vast of one giant!
No! Your Grace, no!
Transformed that ogre into a windmill. Sancho, it comes to me.
What's Your Grace?
How he was able to upset me. It is because I have never properly been dubbed a knight.
Well, that's not a problem. Just tell me how it's done and I'll be glad to attend to it.
Thank you, my friend. But it may only be done by another knight.
Well, that's a problem. I've never seen another knight.
The lord of some castle would do. Or a king. Or even a duke.
Well then, I'll keep my eyes out for any kings or dukes as we go. By the way, does Your Grace know where we're going?
Wherever the road may lead. Oh!
What now?
The very place.
Where?
There, in the distance. A castle.
Castle?
Rock bound amidst the crags.
Crags?
And the banners. Oh, the brave banners flaunting in the wind.
Anything on them?
I see a cat crouching on a field tawny. Beneath it, the inscription, meow. Undoubtedly the insignia of some great lord.
Well, that's fine, Your Grace. Maybe this is where you can get yourself drugged.
Don't. Blow thy bugle so a dwarf may mount the battlements and announce our coming.
But I don't see a castle. I do see something. Maybe an inn.
An inn?
Yes, we better step it by, Your Grace. These roadside places are always full of rough men and women.
Come, we shall ride straight to the drawbridge of yon castle, and there thy vision may improve. And here is an example of how to the untrained eye, one thing may seem to be another. To Sancho, an inn. To Quixote, a castle. To anyone else, whatever his mind may make of it. But, for the sake of argument, let us grant Sancho his vision. An inn. A kindly innkeeper. His less kindly wife. Rough men, muleteers, 15 miles on the road today. And in most particular, a woman called Aldonza.
It's all the same.
expected until tomorrow. Coming, Signor Butcher, coming.
Is the lord of the castle at hand? I say, is the Castellano here?
I'm in charge of this place.
We waited, sire, for a dwarf to mount the battlements and announce us, but none appeared.
The dwarves are all busy.
Noble lords and ladies, my master, knight-errant, Don Quixote, pursuer of lofty undertakings and defender of the right, implores the boon of hospitality.
Well, sir, is it granted?
Absolutely. This castle is open to everyone.
He's a madman.
Madman of the children of God. Sir Knight, you must be hungry.
Aye, that I am.
There's food aplenty, and for your squire too. I'll just help you stay with your animals.
Gentle knights, fair Chatelard, if there be any among you that require assistance, you have but to speak and my good right arm is at your service. Whether it be a castle barricaded by giants, an army besieged and awaiting rescue, or merely, dear God, it is she, sweet lady, fair virgin. I dare not gaze full upon thy countenance, lest I be blinded by thy beauty. But I implore thee, speak once thy name.
Aldonza.
My lady jests.
Aldonza.
Be the name of the kitchen scullion, or mayhap my lady's serving maid.
I told you my name, now get out the way.
Did my lady think to put me to the test? Oh, sweet sovereign of my captive heart, I shall not fail thee, for I know I have dreamed thee too long, never seen thee or touched thee, but known thee with full of my heart. Half the prayer, half the soul, thou hast always been with me, for we have been always apart. Dulcinea. Precisely. And now if I may get on with it.
Continue your defense.
Imagine now the family of our brave knight left behind. Not the lords and ladies and retainers of Don Quixote de la Mancha, but the simple womenfolk of a country squire known as Alonso Quijano. Imagine their shock as news of the master's madness reaches them, to his niece, Antonia, who is worried about its effects on her forthcoming marriage, to his housekeeper of many years, who is worried about even darker matters, and to the local padre who has known Alonso all of his life. And shortly there will enter a character whose philosophy, I think, will appeal enormously to you. Alonso's niece and his housekeeper hurry to the neighborhood church. Sancho, may we have a church? Anguished by this terrible situation and not unaware of what the neighbors may think, they seek help and advice from the padre. The padre. But, in spite of what the squire's madness may bring down upon their heads, you may be sure they are only thinking of him. of Science, graduate of the University of Salamanca. A man who carries his own self-importance as though afraid of breaking it.
I understand the bricks and I can't find it. It's trying to
I have forgotten how family quarrels have a way of getting out of hand. With so much at stake in the game, let us rearrange the pieces. The queen, clever. The castle, formidable. The bishop, charmingly diagonal. And now, the problem of the night.
Samson, have you heard?
On my way here, I was informed by at least 10 people. My dear uncle is the laughing stock of the entire neighborhood. Padre, what do you know of this?
Only that good Senor Quiote has been carried away by his imagination.
Senor Quiote has lost his mind and is suffering from delusions.
Is there a difference?
Exactly to the meaning. I beg to remind you that I'm a doctor.
Please don't argue. We must do something about him.
I'm a little more concerned about us. Our marriage, my dear. There's a certain embarrassment having a madman in the family. In the eyes of
Oh,
others.
come, doctor.
I do not relish claiming the lunatic's uncle.
The innocent is making the sins of the guilty.
Guilty of what? A gentle delusion?
How do you know it is gentle? But this time, who knows what crimes he's committed? He was armed.
With sword and lance.
Samson, I hope for so much for us. For you, really. My uncle's farm, his lands, there's all meant to be for you. True, doctor. In time, all would be yours. After all, if one is to practice science, one must have the means.
Are you a priest or a pawnbroker?
What I meant was, consider the challenge.
Challenge?
Think what cleverness it would take to wrest this man from madness, to turn him from his course and convince him to return home.
That is a challenge.
Impossible.
He can't have gotten far.
No more than a day's journey.
Get ready, Padre. We shall go after him. But as we go, there is one thing that I want the world to know.
I feel with pain that once again we will hear a very often her refrain. He's only thinking of me. Whatever I do or say, he's only thinking just him.
In my body, it's well known. There is not one selfish bone.
He's only thinking and thinking of me.
Let us now return to the inn, to the kitchen of the inn. The kitchen, ladies, if you please. Thank you. What do we have here? Yesterday's onion stew, chicken stripes with peppers. Oh. Now then, as everyone knows, it is imperative that a knight shall have a lady. For a knight without a lady is like a body without the soul. To whom would he dedicate his conquests? What vision sustains him when he sallies forth to do battle with ogres and with giants? Don Quixote, having discovered his lady, sends his faithful squire to her with a missive.
Missive? What's a missive?
A sort of letter. My master wanted me to give it only into your hands.
Well, let's see it. I can't read.
Well, neither can I. But my master, foreseeing such a possibility, had me commit it to heart, so I may recite it.
What made him think I could read?
Well, as he explained it, noble women are so busy with their needlework.
Needlework?
Broderick banners for their knights. He
Well-
said they have no time for study.
Well, what's it say?
Most lovely sovereign and high-born lady, the heart of this thy vassal knight faints for thy favor. O fairest of the fair, purest of the pure, incomparable Dulcinea.
That again. My name is Aldonza.
Well, my master calls me Dulcinea.
Why?
I don't know, but I do know knights have a language of their own for everything. It's best not to ask questions, because that only gets into trouble. I beg thee grant that I may kiss is the nethermost hem of thy garment.
Kiss my witch!
If you keep interrupting, it'll all be gone out of my head.
What does he want?
I'm telling you. And send to me a token of thy fair esteem, that I may carry as my standard into battle.
Token? What kind of a token?
He says generally it's a silken scarf.
Your master's a crack brain.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Well, they say a madman makes 100, but love makes 1,000.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, what are you waiting for?
The token.
Oh, I'll give him a token. Here.
But, my lady.
Oh, don't you my lady me too, or I'll crack you like an egg! Wait. Come here. Come here. Oh, just sit. Why do you follow him?
Oh, well, that's easy to explain. It's because...
Why?
I'm telling you. It's because...
Why?
I like him. I really like him. Tear out my fingernails one by one. I like him. I don't have a very good reason, since I've been with the cuckoo nuts have been in season. But there's nothing I can do. Chop me up for onion stew. Still I'll yell to the sky, though I can't tell you why that I like him.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's because you're not a squire.
Fine, I'm not a squire. I'm not a squire.
Well, I follow behind him, and he fights. Then I pick him up off the ground.
Yeah, but what do you get out of it?
Well, already I've gotten...
You've got nothing. Why do you do it?
I like him. I really like him. Pluck me naked as a scalded chicken. I like him. Don't ask me for why or wherefore, 'cause I don't have a single good because or therefore. You can barbecue my nose, make a giblet of my toes, make me freeze, make me fry, make me sigh, make me cry. Still I'll yell to the sky, though I can't tell you why that I like it.
Hey there, little burro, old tack. Here's something to fill your tummies and warm your bones. There, eat. What's the matter? Just like people, we always want what the others got. It's the same as I get, maybe even better. You're as mad as your master. Oh, I'm sorry. You've got no choice. Do as you're told. But who can figure him out? Why does he do submissive and such. Nethermost hem of thy garment I touch. No one can be what he wants me to be. And what does he want of me? What does he want of me? Does indeed you'll be loved at wherever you go? And I'm not loving myself. Why does he want the things he wants? Why does he want these things? Why does he batter at walls that will break? Why does he give when it's natural to take? Where does he see all the good he can see? And what does he want of me? What does he want of
Little bird in the cinnamon tree. Little bird, do you sing for me? Do you bring me word of one I know? Little bird, I love her so. Little bird, I have to know. Little bird, beneath this tree, this is a one tree. We learn to laugh, we learn to cry, and here we met, and here we kissed, and here one dark and moonless night we said goodbye. Little bird, oh have pity on me. Bring her back to me now. Meet the cinnamon tree. I have waited too long without a song. Little bird, please fly, please go. Little bird, I have to go. Little bird.
I spit in the milk of your little bird.
Here, what's this?
Oh, give that back! That's how stupid you are. It's a missive.
Missive, who reads?
Ah, son of whores!
Fairest of the fair, purest of the pure, most incomparable Dulcinea. It's from her night.
It's a stupid joke!
Why so hot about it?
Has he touched your heart?
Nobody touches my heart.
All these fine words.
Fine words. He's a man. He wants what the other man wants.
Aldonza.
Later, when I'm finished in the kitchen.
Little bird, oh have pity on me. Bring her back to me now. Meet the cinnamon tree.
I confess I do not know what I should say to him.
In that case, leave it to me.
He may not even know us.
I have prepared for that contingency. Should he fail to recognize us?
Who is it cries help of Don Quiote de la Mancha? Is there a castle barricaded by giants? A king who lies under enchantment? misinformed.
These are facts.
Facts are the enemy of truth.
Your Grace.
Well, did she receive thee? Oh, most fortunate of squires. And the token. What of the token? Gossamer. Forgive me. I am overcome.
It's from his lady.
So there's a woman.
A lady. The Lady Dulcinea. Her quality, perfection. Her beauty, more than human. She is the very meaning of woman, and all meaning woman has to man.
To each his Dulcinea.
Oh, I am a little barber, and I go
Someone approaches.
with my razor and my leashes. I can always earn my pay.
Just do it if you're
Oh,
traveling.
your cheek be smooth as satin, you will need me soon, I know.
Let's see what he wears upon his head.
For the
Get me to a place of light and
flowers and he makes the smoke. If I slip when I'm shaving you and cut you to the quick, you can use me as a doctor, 'cause I also get sick. By the beard of St. Anthony, I swear I see before me a knight in shining armor. But that's ridiculous. There aren't any knights left.
What?
I was wrong, your worship. I thought I'd been touched by the sun.
Thou shalt be touched by far worse if thou dost not speedily hand over that golden helmet.
Golden helmet? Oh, but this is a shaving basin.
Shaving basin.
Yes, you see, I am a barber. I plied my trade from village to village, and I was wearing this on my head to ward off the rays of the sun. So that's how your highship made a distinct.
Silence! Dost thou know what this really is? The golden helmet of Mambrino. When worn by one of the noble heart, it renders him invulnerable to all wounds. Misbegotten knave! Where didst thou steal it?
I didn't steal it,
Hand it over!
but it cost me half a crown.
Hand it over or I shall!
It is worth half a crown.
Fool! The golden helmet of Mambrino, it's so illustrious a past. Too long hast thou been lost to glory, but rediscovered now at last. Golden helmet of Mambrino, there can be no hat like thee. Thee and I now, where I die now, will make golden history.
I can hear the cuckoo singing in the bookberry tree.
If he says that that's a helmet, I suggest that you agree.
But he'll find it is not gold and will not make him bold and brave.
Well, at least he'll find it useful if he ever needs a shave.
Here, in the courtyard, under the stars.
Fine. Tomorrow I will dine night.
I thank thee, my lord.
Now will we have some supper?
Supper? Before a vigil? Nay, my lord. On this night I must fast and compose my spirit.
I was either the wisest madman or the maddest wise man I've ever known.
He's mad.
Well, nevertheless, we failed.
Not necessarily. We know the sickness. Now to find the cure.
The cure. May it not be worse than the disease.
of Mancha, Don Quiote, with measured tread and lofty expression, held vigil in the courtyard of a mighty castle. Oh, maker of empty boasts, on this of all nights to give way to vanity. Nay, Don Quixote, take a deep breath of life and consider how it is to be lived. Owe nothing thine own, except thy soul. Love not with thy heart, but only what thou may become. Do not pursue pleasure, for thou may have the misfortune of overtaking it. Look always forward. In last year's nest there are no birds this year. Be just to all men, courteous to all women. Live in the vision for that one whom great deeds are done. She is called Dulcinea.
Why do you call me that?
My lady!
Oh, get up from there, get up! Why do you call me by that name?
Because it is thine.
My name is Aldonza.
I know thee, lady.
My name is Aldonza, and I think you know me not.
All my years I have known thee. Thy virtue, thy nobility of spirit.
Take another look.
I have already seen thee in my heart.
Your heart doesn't know much about women.
It knows all my lady. A woman is the very soul of a man, the radiance that lights his way. A woman is glory.
What do you want of me?
Nothing.
Liar!
I deserve the rebuke. I ask of my lady
Now we get to it.
that I may be allowed to serve her, that I may hold her in my heart, and call upon her in each victory and in each defeat. And if at last I give my life, I give it in the sacred name of Dulcinea.
I must go. Pedro is waiting. Why do you do these things?
What things?
These ridiculous... The things you do.
I hope to add some measure of grace to the world.
The world is a dung heap, and we are maggots that crawl upon it.
My lady knows better in her heart.
What's in my heart will get me halfway to hell, and you, Senor Don Quixote, you're gonna take such a beating.
Whether I win or lose does not matter.
What does?
Only that I follow the quest.
That for your quest! What does that mean, quest?
It is the mission of each true knight. His duty, nay, his privilege. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear the terrible sorrow, to run where the brave cannot go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love your unchaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
Once! Just once! Would you look at me as I really am?
I see beauty, purity. I see the woman each man holds secret in his heart. Dulcinea.
Keep me waiting, will you?
I didn't. I wasn't.
My princess. My own
Monster!
Stand back!
Thou wouldst strike a woman!
Stand back, or break her of the head.
Oh, thou was heart of flint and bowels of cork! Now I shall chastise thee! No, Sancho. Temporary hand of no.
Oh, he is hurt. What is it? The madman. I knew it.
Hurry, fetch bandages, Maria.
Poor warrior. Poor lunatic.
Go back to bed, Maria.
I warned you what would happen if...
Go to bed!
He's coming around.
But I always wake to such a vision.
Don't move.
We sure did a job out there.
We rooted them, didn't we?
That bunch will be walking bow-legged for a week.
My lady, it is not seemly to gloat over the fallen.
Let him rot in hell.
Sir, I'm a tame, peaceful man. I don't like to be inhospitable. I must ask you to leave as soon as you are able.
I am sorry to have offended the dignity of thy castle, and I shall depart with daylight. But first, my lord, I must remind thee of thy promise. True, it is not yet dawn, but I have kept vigil and have proven myself in combat. Therefore, I beg thou dub me knight.
Oh, of course. Let's get it over.
Wilt thou be good enough to fetch my sword? Lady, I cannot tell thee how joyful I am that this ceremony shall take place in thy presence.
Oh, careful now!
It is a solemn moment which seals my vocation.
Are you ready?
I am.
Then, kneel. Don Quiote de la Mancha, I hereby dub thee knight.
Your lordship,
What's the matter? Didn't I do it right?
if your lordship could make some mention of the deeds I perform to earn this honor.
Of course. Don Quiote de la Mancha, having proved yourself in glorious and terrible combat, I hereby dub thee knight.
But your lordship,
Something else?
well, it is customary to grant the new knight an added name. If your lordship could devise such a name for me.
Hail, knight of the woeful countenance, knight of the woeful countenance. Wherever you go, people will know of the glorious deed of the knight of the woeful countenance. Farewell and good cheer, O my brave cavalier, ride onward to glorious strife. But oh, when you're gone, I'll remember you well for all of the rest of my life. Hail, knight of the woeful countenance, knight of the woeful countenance. Wherever you go, face to the foe, they will quail at the sight of the knight of the woeful countenance. Oh, valorous knight, go and fight for the right, and battle the villains at me. But oh, when you do, what will happen to you? Thank God I won't be there to see. Wherever you go, people will know of the glorious deed of the knight of the
I thank you.
I'm going to bed. I advise you the same.
Knight, woeful countenance.
A beautiful name.
Come, your grace, let's get to bed.
Not yet. I owe something to my enemies.
That account's been paid.
No, my lady. I must raise them up and minister to their wounds.
What?
Nobility demands.
It does?
Yes, my lady. Therefore, I shall take these.
No. I'll go. I'll minister.
But,
They were my enemies too.
blessed one,
Let's get to bed, your grace.
blessed one, blessed one. What do you think?
I'm here to minister to your wounds.
You're going to what?
Nobility demands. Now turn over, you poxy goat.
Sancho, how I do envy my enemies.
Envy?
To think they know the healing touch of my lady Dulcinea. Let this be proof to you, Sancho. Nobility triumphs. Virtue always prevails. Now, in this moment of victory, do I confirm my knighthood and my oath. For all my life, this I do swear. Sancho, always thine eye sees evil in preference to good.
There's no use blaming my eye, Your Grace. It doesn't make the world, it only sees it. Anyway, there's something my eye sees truly enough. Gypsies, Moors. We better make a wide track around them, Your Grace. For they're a scurvy lot, you can't deny that.
Hast thou fallen into the trap of thy peasant mind again? Have I not taught thee that appearance is not reality?
They're not thieves and murderers?
Sancho, never condemn before thou knowest. You see, a young innocent approaches. Charming, utterly charming, but she's a trollop.
And he's nothing but her.
Have done with these foul suspicions, Sancho. Dost not understand their language? These two are brother and sister, offspring of the noble African lord Sidi Ben Laden.
Brother and sister.
Sweet maiden, what wilt thou?
I think I know what she wills.
She wishes me to feel the beating of her heart, and such is her innocence she does not even know where it is.
Or even how many she has.
Much as I surmised,
What is it he's saying?
a most grievous tale. It seems the noble Sidi Ben Mali has been taken captive, and even now lies in Turtle's Island, deep in a country now 5 leagues from here. And these, his faithful family and retainers, travel the countryside in hope of raising a ransom. Observe, Sancho, the quaint customs of these Moors. In their charming manner, they ask that I make a contribution to their cause.
Don't do it.
I must ignore a fellow knight in jeopardy. Here, sweet maiden, with all my heart. Shame on me, Sancho. Shame on me for a reluctant Christian. Shame on me for a parsimonious wretch. Shame on me, Sancho. Multiple, multiple shame. Sancho, I knew it. I knew that heart was moving. Let us join them. Sanctuary?
I hate to, but
And to a knight dubbed by thy own hand,
it doesn't seem right.
not by any rule of chivalry.
Or militaris.
Gypsies, Moors, they stole all our money.
Have done, Sancho.
They stole all our animals.
Must thou harp on it,
They stole everything we had.
Thou not declare a truce.
and allow wickedness to flourish?
Very wickedness was to pick out.
And for that, wouldst thou have me stop trying? Nay, let a man be overthrown 10,000 times. Still must he rise and again do battle. The enchanter may refuse the outcome, but the effort remains sublime.
Lies, madness, and lies!
Alonso, what happened?
Ask him.
Maria! I shall punish them that did this crime.
Crime? You want to know the worst crime of all?
Be born! For that you get punished your whole life.
Dulcinea,
Get yourself to a madhouse. Rave about nobility where no one can hear you.
my lady!
I am not your lady! I am not any kind of a lady!
I was spawned in a ditch by a mother who left me there naked and cold.
calls himself Don Quiote de la Mancha. If there isn't, he be not afraid to look upon me. Let him stand forth.
I am Don Quixote, Knight of the Woeful Countenance.
Now hear me, thou charlatan. Thou art no knight, but a foolish pretender. Thy pretense is a child's mockery. Thy principles dirt beneath my feet.
O false knight, discourteous knight, before I chastise thee, tell me thy name.
Thou shalt hear in due course.
Then say why thou seekest me out.
Thou called upon me, Don Quixote. Thou reviled me and threatened.
The enchanter. Behold at thy feet the gauge of battle.
Master, no!
On what terms do we fight?
Choose thine own.
Very well. If thou art beaten, thy freedom is forfeit, and thou must obey my every command. And thy conditions.
Thou art still alive. Thou shalt kneel and beg mercy of my lady Dulcinea.
And where shall I find this lady?
There she is.
Thy lady is an alley cat.
Monster! Defend thyself!
Halt! Thou asked me my name, Don Quixote, and now I shall tell it. I am called the Knight of the Mirrors.
No! 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 No!
Look into the mirror of reality and behold things as they truly are. What dost thou see? A gallant knight, not but an aging fool. Look! Dost thou see him? A madman dressed for the masquerade? Look! See him how he truly is. See the clown. Round in the mirror. Go deep, deep. The masquerade is at him. Yes, thy lady's a trollop, and thy dream the nightmare of the disordered mind.
I, Don Quixote, knight errant of La Mancha. My lady is the lady Dulcinea. I am Don Quixote, knight errant. And my lady.
It is done.
Your Grace, it's just Samson Carrasco. It's just Carrasco.
Sorry, Senor Kiana. It was the only way.
Cervantes, prepare to be summoned. By whom? The judges of the Inquisition.
Captain, how soon? Soon, but not yet. Good. We'll have time to finish the story.
But the story is finished.
What?
At least as far as I know it.
I don't think I like the ending. I don't think the jury likes it either. Miguel de Cervantes, I'm afraid you failed. It is a judgment of this court.
Wait!
For what?
If I could have a little more time.
Oh, I'll grant it, but the Inquisition.
Let me improvise.
a recent theory.
Doctor, please.
Don't you think I did right?
There's the contradiction. You again.
Tell him to go away.
What harm can he do?
Yes, it's all been done.
Your Reverence, if I could just speak to him,
I'm afraid he won't hear you.
then I'll only say a little.
And no mention of knight errantry.
Of course not. Does one speak of the rope in the house of the hanged? Oh, excuse me, Your Grace.
Your Grace.
A little gossip, a little chat, a little idle talk of this and that. I'll tell him of the troubles I have had, and since he cannot hear, at least he won't feel bad. Oh, when I first got home, my wife Teresa beat me, but the blows fell very lightly on my back. She kept missing every other stroke and crying from the heart that while I was gone, she'd gone and lost a knack. Of course, I tried to hit her back, Your Grace, but she's a lot bigger than me. And you know what they say, whether the pitcher hits the stone or the stone hits the pitcher, it's gonna end bad for the pitcher. So I've got bruises from here to a little gossip, a little chat, a little idle talk of this and that. If no one listens, then it's just as well. At least I won't get caught in any lies I tell. Though I haven't fought the windmill in a fortnight, and the humble joys get duller every day. Why would I must keep a dragon with his fiery tail a wagging? Whisper Sancho, won't you please come out and play?
That's enough now.
Did I say something
I
wrong?
warned you.
My friend,
Your Grace.
you are a fat little bag stuffed with proverbs.
Yes, Your Grace. As I was saying.
My dear, Padre,
Mancha.
How do you feel, sir?
not well, my friends.
Can you speak your name?
Should a man not know his own name?
If you would say it.
Alonso Quijano. Padre,
Here beside you.
I should like to make a will.
Of course.
Uncle.
Forgive me, my dear. When I close my eyes, I see a pale horse, and he beckons me, mount.
Oh, Uncle, please, you will get better.
Why should a man get better when he is dying? It would be such a waste of good health. Come closer, my friends. In my illness, I dreamed so strangely. Oh, such dreams. I dreamt that I was... No. I dare not tell you lest you think me mad.
Put them from your mind.
They are gone, my dear. Nor do I know what they meant. Audrey,
Speak, my friend, and I shall write.
I, Alonso Quijano, with 1 foot in the stirrup and the agony of death already
Admit no one.
upon me, do hereby make the following disposition of my estate.
Remember what you had, let me see her! Look at this! I can stop her, she's threatening to
Tear your eyes
Get
out!
out of here.
And if you touch me again,
Get
I
out of
swear
here.
to God!
Where are you quite your own left?
B.
Senor Quijano.
In my house there will be courtesy. Come closer, girl. Now then, what is it you want?
Don't you know me?
Should I?
I am Aldonza.
I am sorry. I do not recall anyone with that name.
He knows. Please, my lord.
Why do you say, my lord? I am not a lord.
You are my lord. You are Don Quixote.
Don Quixote. You must forgive me. I am confused by shadows. It is quite possible I knew you once, but I do not remember.
This way.
Please, try to remember
Is it so important?
everything. My whole life, you spoke to me and everything was different.
I dream. Then perhaps it was not a dream.
You spoke of a dream and about the quest.
Quest?
Oh, you must fight, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, if only you follow the quest.
The words. Tell me the words.
To dream. The impossible dream. But they're your own words. To fight. The unbeatable foe. Don't you remember? To bear with unbearable sorrow. You must remember. To run where the brave dare not go. Please.
Right. The unwritable cross.
Yes!
Love, pure and chaste, from afar.
Yes!
To try, when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star.
Oh, thank you, my lord!
But my lady, this is not seemly. On thy knees to me.
My lord, you are not well!
Not well. What is sickness to the body of a knight errant? What mortal wounds? For each time he falls, he shall rise again, and woe to the wicked! Sancho!
Grace!
My armor! My sword!
More misadventures!
And adventures, old friends! The trumpets of glory now call me to ride. Yes, the trumpets are calling to me. And wherever I ride, the storm shall my side, and fire and it shall be. I am my Don Quiote, the Lord of the Mancha. I can stand in calls of the gods, and the wild winds of fortune shall carry me.
My lord!
Whithersoever they blow, onward to glory. Go!
My master, he's dead.
He seemed a good man, but I did not know him. Don Quixote is not dead, Sancho. Leave.
Don, sir.
Inquisition by reason of certain offenses committed against His Majesty's most Catholic Church. The following is summoned to give answer and submit his person for purification, if it be so ordered. Don Miguel de Cervantes.
How popular a defendant I am. Summoned before one court, before I'm quite finished with another. Well, how says the jury?
I think I wrote two pages. The history of your mad knight. Plead as well as you did there. Plead as well as you did here, there. You may now burn.
I have no intention of burning. Shall we go, old friend?